All right, all right, all right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Let me know. Let me know right away. So let's start. Can you hear me? Who is there? Clifford. Who again? Okay, Micah. Okay, you cannot hear me. Why can't you hear me? Why can't you hear me? Bravian. Cannot hear me. Who again? Cannot hear me. Who again? Please, I want to hear. I want response from people. All right. Takalu, can you hear me? Mr. Castro, Nando Oscar, thank you for coming back. Can you hear me, Nando Oscar? All right. Can you hear me, Nando Oscar? I need your response. Mr. Clifford, can you hear me? I need your response. Can you? Okay, Mr. Patrick, can you hear me? Thank you very much. All right, Mr. Peter, thank you for joining. All right, I need your response. I need your response, please. If you can hear me, let me know. I need to be sure that you can all hear me before I start. All right, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, okay, Mr. Paul, thank you. All right, thank you. Mr. Paul said you can hear me. Who again? I need your response, please. Let's indicate. Namesake Junior. Can you hear me, Mr. Carlo? Can you hear me, Mr. Castro? Can you hear me? Nano Oscar, I'm still waiting for your response. I want people. All right, thank you, Esther. Thank you, Esther. You can hear me. All right, thank you, Esther. We again. I need a response. I need a response. Okay, Mr. James. Thank you. Okay, we again. I need a response. I need a response. Okay, so all right. Anissa. Okay. Okay. Please, I need a response. I need 2 more persons before we start. 2 more persons so I can start. Two more persons so we can start. 2 more persons. 2 more persons. Two more persons. Okay. All right. So in the answer of no questions, in the answer of no other person, so let's begin. Let's begin this class. Let's begin this class. So, like yesterday, we had this session. Okay. Namesake. Okay, I can hear you. All right, no problem. Thank you, Namesake Junior. Thank you. All right. So yesterday we were able to look at a lot of things. We look at the introduction part of this training. All right. So today we are looking at a different angle. Right, we are going to do more practical stuff of this thing. All right. So we are going to do more practical. Okay. So now let's begin. Let's begin this training. Okay. All right. So let's do that right away. Let's do that right away. A minute. Why you shout? No, why you shout? Why you shout? All right, Mr. Peter, thank you. Okay, now let's begin. So, yesterday we looked at the theoretical part of this training. So we are going more practical today. We are going to be doing more practical today. Okay. So now let's begin. Okay, I will share my screen. So yesterday, before I share my screen, let me quickly. Okay, we stopped at this part yesterday. So let me share my screen. And if you can see my screen, also let me know. If you cannot see my screen, also let me know. All right. Can you see my screen? All right. Can you see my screen? Please let me know. Can you see my screen? All right. Can you see my screen? Please, I need your response, Mr. Okay. Carlo, thank you. Mr. Carlo, thank you. Mr. Peter, again. Namesake, I'm waiting for your response. All right. Yes. Okay. Thank you. And Anis. Okay. All right. So we again. All right. So please, the reason why I'm asking so that we all can be on the same page. I don't want to switch by. I love this. Some will say I cannot see your screen. I cannot do this. So I want us to be on the same page. All right, Mr. Henry. Thank you, Mr. Nano Oscar. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now let's go ahead and begin this training now. Okay. Thank you, Mr. James. Okay. Now let's go ahead and begin this training. Okay. Since we can all see my screen. All right. Now here is where we stopped yesterday. Okay. Like I told us yesterday, I want to be doing more practical. We're going to be doing a practical aspect of this training. Yeah, I'll be showing you how you can do this training. At the end of it, we're also going to look at how you can use AI and so many things, because we're going to be covering a lot of things in this particular session tonight. Okay, yeah, we were able to stop at this part yesterday where I showed you how to install WordPress and everything. We learned it in the session yesterday. So if you have not gone through the training, please watch the yesterday's class. And I also dropped some material with us. I dropped a video, and I also dropped the PDF the PDF document with us to also check. Okay, so now from here, this is the WordPress. All right, this is the WordPress section. So from here now you come to appearance. All right, come to appearance and you click on themes. Okay, come to themes. I want to install a particular theme and I will show you how it works. All right, come to theme, there come to Avast. Can you see that now? Come to theme, come to Avast, then come to upload. I want to use a template because I told you yesterday that WordPress or web design has to do with using a template to design a website, using a template to design a website. So that's what this particular one involved. So I'll come to upload theme, then come to choose file. The file is on my system. I'll go ahead and choose from my system. I'll come to my system and search for Avast. All right, you can see that, search for Avast. Then I'll go ahead and click on open. Then I'll go ahead and click on install. So I'll wait for it to install. Then I can now move ahead and select the template and customize. Can you see that it has been installed? Very, very easy. Very, very easy. I've installed that. Then I'll click on activate. Okay, I'll click on activate. Can you see that has been activated? Welcome to Avast. So from here, I'll click on manage plugins. All right, then I will select the two plugins you are seeing here. You can see the two plugins. Then click on bulk action, click on install, then click on apply. Very easy. Very, very easy. You can see that that one is installing. All right, that is installing. Let me refresh. All right, let me refresh. Okay, let me install this one. Okay, it has been installed. So now, okay, good. So let me return to dashboard. Now, you can see that the two plugins have been installed. They have also been activated. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to import demo. All right, so you can see in this particular file I'm using here, there are different demo. Can you see different demo here? Can you see different demo? This is for architecture, this is for business, this is for blog. All right, you can see different listing here. Okay, so you can see this one is also for crypto news. You can see this for dentist. All right, this is for education, fitness, and the likes. You can see this thing. You can see for a law firm. You can see for a law firm. You can see for a blog. All right. What else again? What else again? What else again? What else again? You can see for a real estate and so many things. So now let me go ahead and just pick a simple one. All right, a simple one I can easily work on. So I'll come here and I choose. You can see I will choose what is called. This is a law firm. I showed you yesterday. There was one particular one I showed us. All right, there was one I showed us yesterday. Let me see. Okay, this is one. This, you can see, look at this one. This is a law firm. Can you see this one? This is a law firm. There are different type of law firm. All right, different type of law firm. Now this is another one here. Let me also preview it so you can see. Let me preview this. Open in a new tab. Can you see this one now? This is another sample. Can you see this one now? It's also another sample. Can you see it? Another sample of law firm. You can see practice area. But in this case, you can see how this one look like. Practice area. You can see them here. Family law, civil law, criminal law, business law, educational law, property law. All right. But in this case, it's kind of different. You can see family law, internet fraud, traffic accident, property law, business law, and civil litigation. that's practice area. Then you can see some other parts here. You can see what best lawyer, legal hair, web planner, settlement, and every other thing you can see here. All right, every other thing you can see here. And I'll also show you how you can get good images for your website. All right, how you can access quality images for your website. All right, so that is what we are going to be looking at. So now let's move ahead. So I'll come here and I'll click on import demo. Can you see that now? Click on import demo. Then I'll click on continue and import. Can you see now? Click on continue and import. Can you see now it's loading? So I'll wait for it to import. I'll wait for it to import. So once this is done, we can now go ahead and customize this particular template I'm talking about now. You can use to design multiple websites. You can use to design a blog, a gym and a fitness website, a medical website, a law firm like you have seen. You can use to build a construction website and so many stuff. So there are so many things inside this particular template which you can use for your different activities. All right, so that is what I'm showing you now. So now the site is importing. Remember, this was what we had before. This is what we had before. Oh shit, I've closed it. Shit. Let me go back. Okay, good. So let me open it. So I want to import it now. Click on continue and import. So I'll wait for it to import. All right, so it's importing now. Remember, this is how it looks like. After we are done with importing, you will see that the website interface will change. Then we can now go ahead and just do some little customizing. Before you know what's happening, a full-fledged website is ready. All right, a full-fledged website is ready. So you can use this for anything. So it's very, very easy. Even without buying domain name, you can design something meaningful. All right, after we are done with this, I will also show you how you can even use AI to build a website. I'll show you how you can use AI to build a website. It's very, very easy. There are so many things you can learn. All right, there's so many things we can learn. So I will show you all of that after we are done with this particular training, with this particular session here. So I'm still waiting for it to load because it's still important. So let me just hold on a bit. All right, let me just hold on a bit. It normally takes some time to just wait. I hope you are seeing my screen, please. All right, I hope we are still seeing my screen, please. I hope you are seeing my screen. Please, let's be on the same page, please. All right, you can see that it says import complete. Now, this is what we had before. Let's refresh now and see what we have now. Let's refresh. Can you go ahead and click on refresh? Can you see now? Can you see we have refreshed the page? You can see that our website is fully ready. Our website is fully ready. So what we're going to do now is to edit all these things you are seeing here. All right, you can edit all these things you are seeing here. You can edit all the content, change the pictures. All right, I'll show you how you can get pictures, how you can edit all these things you are seeing here. You can see them. All right, it's very, very easy. Very, very easy and very, very simple. All right, let's go ahead. You can see this one too. You can see this, you can see this, you can see this. All right, you can see all of these parts. All right, so now let's go ahead and start working. I hope we are still together, please. All right, I hope we are still together. Oh, I hope we are still together, please. Said sound, no sound. Why? Mr. Carl, you cannot hear me. Mr. Peter, you said the screen not clear. Please check your settings, check your laptops, check your what will I call it now? Your YouTube. Go to your YouTube and click on settings. There, click on quality, something quality. Select this the high version so you can see it. Now the Oscar, okay, everything is clear. Okay, Mr. Okay, please. That was why I said if at any point you are not following, let me know. Let me know. Very, very important. Please. All right, let me know. Mr. Kalu, I'm waiting to hear from you. Said if there's no sound is very clear. Okay, thank you. Who again? Mr. Kalu, please, I'm waiting to hear from you. Mr. Kalu, I'm waiting to hear from you. Please give me your response. I need to know if you are following me. Mr. Peter, you said the screen not clear. Why? That means you need to do your settings very well. Check your settings. Check your settings. It should be clear. It should be clear enough. All right. That is from your own end. That's from your own end. Okay. All right. Now let me continue. Let me continue. If you go to your YouTube, there's a part that you can do your settings. Just click on that part and you see what I'm talking about now. Okay. So who again? Who again? Who again? So I hope we are on the same page. Okay. Now let me continue from where we stopped. So the next thing after importing, the next thing we're going to do is to start editing what we have done. All right, so let me go ahead and continue where we stopped. Okay, let me share my screen now. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. So click on that entire screen, this share. Okay. All right, can you see my screen now? Please, can we see my screen before I continue? Can you see my screen? Everybody should see my screen. Can we all see my screen? I've shared my screen, Mr. Anissa Verma. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. So my screen, I've shared my screen. Please check if you can see my screen. If you can see my screen, okay. I've shared my screen. Can you see it now? All right. Okay. Mr. Dixon, thank you. Clifford, thank you. Okay, good. So let's proceed. So where we all right, we stopped at this point here. So now let's go ahead and start editing. Now, for us to get our content, it's very, very easy. All right. Gone are the days whereby if you want to get content, you start looking for how to get content. This time is very, very easy to get content. All right. You can go to your ChatGPT and get your content. You can get your content from ChatGPT. All right. So let me. All right. This is ChatGPT here. This is ChatGPT here. All right, so if you come here and say, okay, I want to build a real estate website. Okay. All right. Generate a detailed content for me. All right, generate a detailed content for me concerning different practice area. All right, concerning different practice areas. Okay. All right, so you can look at that now. So now let me click on enter. Oh, it's not real estate. Sorry. Shit. So let me stop it. It's not real estate. Let me stop it. It's not real estate. Sorry about that. It's not real estate. I'm looking at a law firm. All right. I'm looking at the law firm website. So let me go ahead with that. All right. So this is it. So this is for a law firm. Now you can look at the different practice area here. You can see it. It's okay. You can see the different practice area. You can see the criminal law. You can see intellectual property. All right. You can see the employment and labor law. You can see the tax law. You can see immigration law. All right. We assist individual and business with immigration processing and document. All right. Our services include visa application, work permits, resident permits, business immigration, this and all of that, banking law and finance law. Okay. All right. So you can see all of that now. So now let's go ahead. So I can come back to where I'm working here. Okay. So I want to edit this part now. I'll just click on edit with Elementor. I'll click on edit with Elementor. You can see it here. Click on it. All right, it's loading. Edit with Elementor from the top. All right, it's still loading. So let's wait for it to load. All right, so with this, you can see how easy it is for us to customize and have our website built. All right, now, if you want to get quality pictures, it's very, very easy. Go to this site. It's called free pick. It's called freepik.com. It's called freepik.com. This is it here, freepik.com. So I can come here and search for law firm images. All right, law firm images. So I'll click on enter. All right, so you can see different law firm images. You can see different law firm. Right, you can see different law firm. So I think I love this. I click on this. I love this image. So if you open an image, you can see how clean the image is. You can see how clean the image is. So I'll just come here now. I'll click on, before I download, click on this drop down and select small. All right, select small because it will reduce the size, but the quality will still be the same. So I'll click on small. Then you can see it's downloading. Download small. All right, the image is downloading. We'll wait for it to download. Good. You can see the image that's downloaded. All right, so let me go back again. Let me close this. All right, so you can see there are other pictures. I can also click on this. I like this one, so I'll click on this one again, small. Then you can see it's downloaded too. All of them, they are less than 500 MB. Okay, less than 1 MB, sorry. All right, so good. So let me close this. I think. All right, so this is where we are here. Okay, so I want to edit this one now. Okay, still loading. It is still loading. So I want to edit it so you can see the magic we are going to be doing. So while that one is waiting to load, so now let's come back here. Come to your slider revolution. You can see slider revolution here. This is the function of that slider revolution. Let me open it up. All right, so we want to change this image that is displaying here. We want to change this image that is displaying here. So for us to do that, come to slider revolution, which is this. So open it in a new tab. Okay, so this one has opened. So I'm come back to this one now. All right, so just close this one here. No thanks. All right, go scroll down. You will see the image. You can see this slider image. This image that is displaying here. You can see them. All right, so you can see the images here. Just click on this pencil-like icon. All right, click on it. Very, very easy to edit. Very, very easy. So you will see what we are going to be doing right away. Okay, so this is the image. Can you see that now? I want to change this image. So what I will do is I will come to this icon here, click on it. Then come to media library. Click on media library. Then click on select files. All right. Remember, I downloaded some pictures now. So these are the pictures. These are the pictures here. Oh, is that another picture twice? Are you serious? Oh, good shit. So let me just take one. All right, it's loading. Okay, let's hold on a bit. All right, now come back here. This picture will change. Can you see it has changed to what I have here? So this one I show you, welcome to Harvard. I can come here and I double click on it and change from welcome to Harvard to welcome to welcome to WinFem. All right, WinFem. Let me write it in capital letter. Welcome to WinFem. Can you see that now? Instead of welcome to this, so I've changed that image. I will save. All right, there's a second image I need to also change again. Come to this slide. This is slide 1. This is slide 2. Click on slide 2. You can see slide 2 here. I need to also change this image. I will come back here. Let me close this. Let me look for a different picture that is also nice. All right, a different picture that's also nice. Which one am I going to use here? Okay, so let me check. We can always see good pictures. Okay, I like this one. So I'll click on this one here, small. All right, that one is also downloading. So I'll come back here and use it. Good. So I'll come to slider revolution. So click on this one again. Then click on media library, select files. All right, select files. Then this is the picture. Click on it and click on open. Very, very easy. All right, very, very easy. And you can change all the pictures that is there. All right, good. It's sat. You can see. Can you see now? This one is still there. Can you see that? I've changed the background picture, so I've changed this one too. So I'll come down here and I'll click on save. Or I click on save. So once I click on save, this picture, let me reload it. Can you see the picture that we are? Okay, now let's see. Can you see the first picture? Welcome to WinFM. Can you see it now? Can you see how beautiful this picture is? Can you see the second one? Can you see the second one? All right. Then the third one is still there. The third one is the third one. You can see that we have voice of what? Justice. I think I like this last one. All right. So that is how to change the pictures of the slide. So now let's go back to what we want to edit. So just click on skip. So we want to edit this part from here. We want to edit our practice area and all this. Now, because we have clicked on edit to Elementor, we can easily edit all these parts we are seeing here. All right, so we can easily edit all these parts. If I want to edit one, I'll click on it. So can you see family law? Then you can see the content here. So I can copy my content from ChatGPT here. All right, so where is family law? Where is family law? Family law, family. Okay, good. This is family law here. So I can copy this. All right, so I can copy this. All right, you can see family law. Then the other one is internet fraud. So I will still come back here, copy. Is there anything like internet fraud? There's anything like internet fraud. There is litigation. All right. If there's no family law, let's look at it. We can use a corporate, okay, or commercial. All right. So let me copy this. So I'll come back here. All right. So this is let me change to commercial. All right. So let me change to commercial. Let me just change to commercial. Commercial law. All right. So Control A, Control V. All right, so I've done that now for the commercial law. Okay, so we also have what is called, this one says, okay, let me just make it simple. I think that is okay now. Then we also have what is called traffic accident. All right, you can also get remember we are still using the same thing here. Where is it? There's traffic accident. There's no accident to Zolitas, immigrant. All right, let's just do like this. So anyone that is not there, let's just use one to replace it so we can move fast. All right, so this one is traffic accident. There's nothing like that. So I'll just go up, Control A, Control V, immigration law. All right, okay, so you can make it capital letter. Then I'll come back here. Then I'll copy this content here. All right, you can repeat that same process for all of that. Good, I think I've done that. So you can also use this for the second one. Then moving down a bit, you can see all this one that says 1996 established. So I'll click on it. So I don't like 1996. I can go ahead and say 2012. All right, established 2012. So company established 2012. How many cases? All right, so how many cases studied? All right, you can go ahead and say, what is this? You can go ahead and say, 1,245. That's the case, 276. That's the case study. How many happy clients? Happy clients, you can say 800 or 987. All right, that's the happy client. So let me remove that too. All right, then award one, you can go ahead and say 128, 125. That's the award one. So you can do that. You can also change the color if you want to. All right, you can also change the color. Then come down to this part here, you can change this image. All right, if I come back here now, let me close this. All right, let me say I want to use this picture. You can see this picture now. Go ahead. I click on small. That's been downloaded. I'll take it to my system. All right, so take it to my system here. All right, so this is the picture here. So click on this, select file. All right, so you can see that it's still loading. All right, so let's save. Can you see now the picture has changed? Can you see the picture It's still loading up, still loading. Good. Can you see that we have changed the picture? Then you can also change the right up here. Once you are done, publish. Very, very easy. Now, let's open our website and see. Remember, this is what we. So if you refresh now, you will see that there is a lot of difference with what we have just done. Right? Can you see this? Can you see what we just did the other time? Then you can see the image that we changed. Can you see this one too? Can you see this one too? All right. Then if you want to also edit this right up, this one that is here, this I can also edit it. So I can come here. If I don't want that, I can remove it here. All right. So come back here too. I don't want this one. I also remove it. Then save. Can you see it's no longer showing? Then I publish. Anything at all you just edit, remember to always publish. And now I can also do something different. All right, I can do something different here. If I don't, for me, I don't like this part here. I don't like this part, so I can do something different. I can just come here, click on this plus sign. If you want to bring in something, just click on that plus sign, then click on this. All right, I can click on this two. It means that there's going to be a two partitioning. So I can come here, add picture here. I can click on image. All right, click on this, select image, come to media library. I don't want to download again. All right, so let me select this. All right, can you see the image here? Then I can come here, add the right up. All right. Okay, so I can come here, add what am I going to put there? All right, text. Let me use text. All right, I can use text here. Can you see that? I can use text here. All right, I can come to my ChatGPT here. Remember, I have some content here. Okay, why choose our firm? I think this. All right, can you see that now? I can copy this, then I will come back to where I'm working. All right, so I think there is a heading here. Let me see. Okay, now let me come here and pick heading. Then click on heading. All right, so I can Control A, Control V. You can see why choose our firm. Another thing I can also do is I can copy this one here. I can copy it. Then I'll bring it here and paste it. So you can see this one now. So I can delete this. I can delete this one off. Then I'll click on this. Then I'll paste Control A, Control V. Oh, shit. Let me do this one here. All right, let me copy this one. Then I'll come here, I'll paste. Why choose our firm? Can you see that now? Then I will now come down and copy the main content, which is this. Okay, so I'll come here, this one here, Control A, Control V. Can you see that now? Very easy. All right, still loading, still waiting for it to load up. All right, so you can see that. So for me, if I don't like this, I can come here and delete this one off. I have this here, then I publish. So this I'm going to take my time to edit everything step by step, step by step. Are we still following, please? Are we still following? Yes. Okay, following. Good. Thank you. Very clear now. Okay, thank you. Please show us if domain. No, the domain I'm using is a free domain. All right, it's a free domain. I think it's a free domain. The team I'm using is Avast team. All right, I will say following. Thank you, Mr. Dixon. What team is that? It's Avast. Avast is the team. All right, I will give us access once we are done. All right, I'll give us access. It's Avast. All right, so you can see the way I'm editing. So that's why you're going to take your time and edit everything there step by step. All right, everything there step by step. Okay, so you can see all of that. So now, if I don't like this part that has this pricing, I want to remove it. So I'll just come here. I'll just delete this thing here. I don't want it. Then I'll publish. All right, I'll publish. You can see that now. Very, very simple. You can add more things you want. You can edit this image that is here. You can also change it. If you want to change, click on it. You can change the image. All right, so it's very, very easy. Any part of this you want to edit, you can edit them. Then as for this question I ask, I can still come to my ChatGPT and say, okay, generate. I can come to ChatGPT and say generate Okay, I'll say generate FAQ session for me. All right, so FAQ means frequently asked questions. So it will give me, can you see now, what type of legal service? So if I want to edit this one, I can copy this one. And for example, I want to edit that FAQ, copy. Then I will come back here. So I want to edit this FAQ, now click on it. So the first one that is there, I'll remove this. Can you see that now? What type of legal service do you offer? So I'll copy the content that is here. AI has made it easy for us to build websites. So don't think it's that complex. It's not that complex. Right, so you can see now. So since I'm done with that, I'll click OK, then come to the next one. That's how you're going to edit everything here. And once you are done, you save, you publish. Okay, so I think I've done much here. So now let me show you how you can edit this header here. Right, to edit that, come to your dashboard again, come to Avast. You can see Avast here. Come to Avast, then come to team options. All right, we're going to take a lot of time today, so you can edit all of that. So you can come to the, if you want to change the logo, if you come down here, if you come to Avast, you come to team. The template I'm using is Avast. So you can change the logo. All right, you can see the logo here. You can see you can change the logo to any logo you want. All right, there's no preloader. Okay. Then you come to header. You can see the header here. There's the top header. All right, here is the top header. You can see get a legal help to immediately, which is what you are seeing here. Which is this thing you are seeing here. Get a legal help immediately. That is what you are seeing here. So you can edit it. Okay, if you also don't want it, you can just turn it off. All right, you can turn it off here. You can see, you can turn it off if you don't want it. Then if you come down a bit, you can see the main header. All right, you can see the main header. You can see the phone number. Where are you? Okay, you can see the email, the colors. Click on it. You can see the phone number. You can edit it. You can see the email. You can edit it. Okay, let me say I come here now. Say WinFirm. Okay, sorry about that. WinFirm. Let's just say winfirm.com. help@winfirm.com. So once I do that and I save change, automatically it will reflect on the website. You can see that now. If I refresh this now, you can see it's no longer, this is what it was showing before. It's not be showing. Can you see now? It's not showing help@winfirm. You can change the phone number. You can change the email. That is how to edit that part. Then the last one, the working time, you can also edit it from Monday to Friday. You can see that. All right, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to, okay, I can say 17. That's 5 p.m. All right, sorry, 17. Okay, then also ensure to save changes. Very, very easy. Okay, I think that one is settled. So good. So if you want to change, what else again you want to change on that part? Nothing. Remember to take your time and go through all of this. Is very, very easy. Then again, if you want to work on the the social media, you want to add your social media handles, your Facebook, your Instagram, you click on social media, you can see this thing here. You can see what else is this? This is Facebook, this is Instagram, LinkedIn, what else again? Snapchat, Twitter, WeChat, WhatsApp, Telegram, is it Telegram, YouTube? Okay, YouTube, you can see that. So you can change, if you want to change the color too, you can also change the color. It is very, very easy. Okay, very, very easy. Now if you want to edit the footer, here's the footer here. Here's the footer. This is the footer. If you want to edit this footer, also come back to your dashboard, come to appearance deck, widget. Okay, you can come to widget to edit that. Come to widget. All right, so it's still loading. Come to widget to edit the footer. Okay, so because I'm working with time here. All right, this is the footer. Now, other part of the website here, if you want to edit the about us, the practice area, and the lawyers, if you want to edit these two parts, if you come here, if you come to your dashboard, it's still loading. All right, still loading. I hope you are still following, please. Are we still following? Yeah. I have a paid. Okay, I have a paid domain. I was asking if you could show us how to design a website with a paid domain. It's still the same process. It's still the same process, please. Mr. Luzamo, it's still the same thing, please. All right, can you tell us the team installed or the link to it? Okay, the team that I use is called Avast. I told us before at the beginning of the class. I told us before it's called Avast. Right, it's called Avast. Okay, so maybe now what I will do, Mr. Luziawanu, what I will do is when I'm talking about how to use AI to build websites, I will talk about how to I will talk on using a paid, right? Because I've started using this free one for this particular session. When I'm talking about how to use AI to build websites, I will use a paid domain. I will use a paid domain because I'm almost wrapping up with this particular one. All right, so now it's still loading here. All right, it's still loading. So let me refresh this. Let me refresh. Okay. All right, because I'm going to talk about how to use AI to build a website. How to use AI to build a website. Okay, so this is still loading. All right, so this one is still loading. Okay, so let's wait for it, please. Network. I hope we are learning. So very, very important, please. Okay, let me wait for this. So, all right, so I don't want to. So I want to show us how we can edit. All right, so I want to show us how we can edit this practice area. Also, how we can edit these lawyers. Okay. Why is this thing loading? What's wrong with my network? My network is good now. So what happened? Widget, please, you load up now. All right, so I'm going to be talking about, let me just quickly round up with this so I can show us how we can use AI. It is very, very easy. You can build any kind of website with AI right now. It's very, very easy. I'm going to be showing us how to do that right away. All right, how you can do that right away. But then that aspect involves a little bit of coding. All right, a little bit of coding. So you need to pay attention while we are doing that. All right, so why is this thing loading now? Okay, good. So we are here now. So for us to edit the practice, you can see it practice areas here. You can see it practice area. All right, so if you want to edit this now, click on all practice area. Then you can see lawyers. All the lawyers you are seeing here, you can edit it via this part I just showed you, via these lawyers here. And if you want to make any post on this news, here, if you want to make any post on this news here, you can do that via the blog, the post. You can see it here, post. If you want to make any post, you come to this post, you click on add post, right? You can make a post on this particular, you can see all the practice area. Okay, you can see the property law, business law, civil litigation, traffic accident. If you want to add more, you can click on add new practice area. It's very, very easy. Let me close this thing since it's not loading fine. All right, now let me open that widget again. So this is widget. So we can edit the footer. All right, so we can edit the footer. So that is how you can now. Let me show you the practice area here. This is practice area. If I want to edit this property law, I'll click on edit here. All right, click on edit. Good. So it means now that everything you are seeing here, you can edit them. This the what we are working on since. As for this part we are working on here, since it is for the home page. It is for the home page. If you want to edit the about us page now, you come back to your dashboard, come to pages, come to all pages, come to all pages. I don't know what's wrong with this network. Let me just plug this in. Okay. All right, so you come to pages, come to all pages. All right, you come to pages, you come to all pages. So the first one is the About Us page. Anything at all you edit on this About Us page, it will be on this particular area here. You can see the About Us. Right, you can see the About Us here. Right, you can see the About Us. You edit that part. You can see the About Us now. If you want to edit this section here, you just come to About Us page. Then you click on Edit with Elementor. The same part, if you want to edit the Contact Us, which is this one, Contact Us here. You can see this Contact Us. If you want to edit this Contact Us, you also come back to your pages and you click on Edit with Elementor. Now let me open it so we can see. Let me open it so we can see. All right, so this is how you edit all the parts of the website. Some parts are here. You can see the practice area, you can see the lawyer. So anything at all you edit on this part here, it will automatically reflect on this part. You can see the lawyers. If you click on these lawyers here, you will see all the lawyers in the website. You can see it's still loading. All right, you can see it's still loading. All right, you can see all the lawyers. Can you see them now? I see all the lawyers. Can you see them? All right, you can see all the lawyers. So if you want to edit that part now, come to your dashboard. You can see lawyers. Click on View All. Click on View All. You will see all the lawyers. So what I would like us to do is to take our time and go through them one after the other. You can see all the lawyers. So any of them that you want to edit, you can click on Edit. All right, you edit the person's name. All right, if you want to still get pictures, you can still get pictures from this part here. You can still get pictures from this particular session. All right, you can get pictures. Can you just look at this particular picture? Now you can see how. Can you see how this picture looks like? You can see how this picture looks like. Very nice. So you can get more pictures. All right, from this particular side. You can see this one. You can see this one. These are quality pictures we can use for your website. Okay, I hope that is clear. Now let's quickly look at how you can use AI to build websites. All right, how you can use AI to build websites. Okay, are we still together, please? Before we move, don't worry, I will drop the video for us to. Where did you get the templates? Okay, Louisa. Okay, Louisa. Thank you for. Okay, Miss Louisa. Thank you very much for that correction. Thank you very much. Well, okay. I have the template. I will be giving us access to it, Miss Louisa. Thank you for that correction. Thank you, Mr. Dixon. I hope you are learning. Okay, can you tell us the theme used? Okay, I think I've talked about that. All right, good. So I will give us access to this particular session. Now let's talk about how we can use AI. Okay, I'll talk about that, Miss Louisa. Now let's look at how you can use AI. It is very, very easy. All right, it is very, very easy. And now there are two things you will be needing if you want to use AI to build a website. You will need ChatGPT and you will need Google Gemini. All right, you will need ChatGPT and you will need Google Gemini. All right, to do that. So now let's go ahead and I will show you how to do that. And I'll be using a paid domain. I'll be using a paid domain to do this demonstration so we can all learn. All right, so now let's go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go ahead and do the main work. Okay, now let me open a new chat. Okay, so let's go. Okay, my ChatGPT, and this is Gemini. Just go to gemini.google.com. This is Gemini. Though this particular one will involve a little bit of coding, so please understand that. All right, understand what I'm saying. It will involve a little bit of coding. In short, it will involve coding. So let me not say a little bit, it will involve coding. Okay, but I need to understand what is obtainable. Okay, so now if you come back here, come to ChatGPT, you must prompt it. I say I want to build a portfolio website for an engineering firm, for an engineering firm. All right, it will have, or it will contain to contain 5 menu items. Let me say five menu item. That is a home, about us, what else again? Services. All right, gallery, and contact us with a button that says hire us or book us. Okay, that remember the prompting. Okay, the link, the menu item should link to and fro. Okay, then what else again? Okay, the color should be dark green, or let me say the color should be yellow, black, and white. Okay, the website name is Inno Engineering. Let me use this name, Inno Engineering. All right, it should have 10 sessions with 3 slides. All right, it should have 3 sessions with 3 slides. All right, on the home page. All right, on the home page. Okay, it should be mobile responsive. I explained this yesterday. When I say mobile responsive, it should work on all devices. It should be mobile responsive. Okay. All right, so it should be mobile responsive. Okay, I will now go ahead and say generate a prompt. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's start with the home page. All right, generate a Google, or generate a prompt for Google Gemini. All right, so this is the prompt. So now let's go ahead and I'll hit on enter. All right, so you can see that now, very clear, detailed prompt. You can use Google now. Look at it. Can you see what we're talking about now? All right, can you see? So this is the prompt. This is the prompt I gave ChatGPT now. So this is the prompt that ChatGPT is giving me. So now let me copy this now. All right, I'll copy this prompt. Then I'll go to Gemini. All right, then I'll click on Gemini. Then I'll go ahead and paste it. So I'll click on go. Okay, it's going to generate me the code. All right, can you see now? That's what I told you before. This one is different from what we have been doing. This one will involve code, but then you're not writing the code. Google is one, AI is the one doing the code for you. So now let me show you what we have here. All right. Oh shit, there's, okay, I think I omitted something here, but then let's look at what it can give us. All right, let's see what it can give us. Good. So now let's copy this. So I'll go to my paid cPanel now. All right, I want to use paid. So this is my cPanel. No, I'm not using free. Let me go to my cPanel. This is my cPanel now. I will still follow in place. This is my cPanel. This is paid one. So I'll come to my cPanel. I'll come to my file manager. All right, I'll come to my file manager. I'll come to my public_HTML. Then I will create a folder. All right, I'll call it engineering or engineer. Is there anything like engineer here? Okay, I'll call it engineer. All right, create a folder. So inside this folder, I'll open it. Then I'll create a file. Call it index.html. And then I'll press enter. So I will edit this one now, edit. So you can see what we are going to be having. So I'll paste the code that I copy from there, then I'll save. This is the code that ChatGPT, the Gemini gave to me. This is the code. Okay, can you see the code now? So now I want to show you what we have here. So this is the code. This is the website that it gave to me. Now let me load this. So this is it. Okay, /engineer. Now let's see. Can you see what it gave to us? Can you see what we have now? Can you see this? Can you see this? Can you see this? Can you see this now? This is what it gave to me from that prompt I gave to Gemini. Can you see this now? Are we learning? Are we learning? Are we learning, please? Are we learning? 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 Okay. Are we learning? Okay, how much do you pay for cPanel? It depends. It depends. All right. It depends. If you are buying, let's say I explained that yesterday. If you are buying a foreign hosting company, if you are buying from a foreign hosting company, the price is way higher than when you are buying from a local hosting company. All right. The only thing like we all discussed yesterday is that the pay cPanel, the foreign hosting company, they offer a good support system compared to the local hosting company. All right, compared to the local hosting company. So that is what we have here. That's what we have here. Are we good? So okay, good. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. Mr. Dixon, thank you. So you can, if you are in any country you are in, if you go to Google now, if you go to your browser and you search for example, you're in Kenya and you say web hosting company in Kenya. All right, you will see web hosting company in Kenya. You will see. Can you see this one? Our best hosting company in Kenya. Can you see that now? If any country you are in, if you're in Ghana, you will see these are local. They are local ones. But if you cannot do that, you can buy from a foreign hosting company if you have the money, because foreign hosting company, they are way higher. And another good thing about them is that they offer a good support system. All right, a good support system. You can see this one, and this one is 15. All right, so you can see this one now. Verpex. All right, if you go back, I think, all right, cheap. Can you see now? Hotnails, Hotnally. Let's look at this Hotnally. All right, this one is in Kenya. You can see now, reliable web hosting company in Kenya. You can see that. All right, so let's look at, can you see the prices here? All right, can you see the one domain 10 is 2,180 Kenya shillings? So you can see the price now. So this one is in Kenya. You can check it out. All right, you can buy it for your practice. All right, you can buy it for your practice, so you can really see what we are doing here. Okay, so that is for this thing. So because there's a limit to what you can enjoy if you are using a free cPanel. That is this thing. But then you can still use that for your practice. My major focus is for us to practice something that we have been learning. All right, so you can see this one now. You can check it out. Hotnally is a Kenya hosting company. So if you also go back now and search for hosting company in Cameroon, you will see. In Ghana, you will see. Let's see in Ghana. All right, let's see which one is Spaceship. All right, Spaceship is there. All right, you can see this one now. It says JK Stormhost. All right, let's check this Stormhost. Let's check this Stormhost. This one is in Ghana. Stormhost, sorry. Stormhost. Can you see now? This one is in Ghana. So you can also check them out. So you just go to your browser and search for the one in your country. And I tell you, you can get a good one for yourself, which you can use it's for practice. All right. But then for me, foreign hosting company, they are somehow better in the sense that the major thing, they offer a good support system. Some of these local hosting can be frustrating. All right, they can be very frustrating. Okay, I hope we are learning a lot from this particular class. Okay, it's okay now. Mr. Namesake Junior said, "Is it a must we use a cPanel, or can we just use WordPress for the code from Gemini?" No, you cannot use that. You need to use a cPanel. If I may ask, is there if I may ask, a template you uploaded from your cPanel, which site do you get the template from? Okay, the template I uploaded from my listing is, this is it. I bought it. Avast, let me show you, avast.live. I bought it. This is it here. This is the Avast I gave to the, let me, if you click on buy now, you see the amount there. If you click on, this is the Avast template I use. The price is, as at the time I bought it, was it not 50? This is the current price. Can you see now? This is the Avast I gave. It's a multi-purpose template. Right, you can see it's, the time I bought it was $50. This is the current price now. Can you see that now? So this is the one I bought it. That Avast I'm using, I bought it. So that is, I think I've answered that question. Okay, I think I've answered that question. Yeah. So the template I'm using is a paid one, all right, but then I'll be able to crack it so anybody can have access to it. So I'll be giving us access to it at the end of this video. Okay, what else again? Now I think we have learned a lot, so we'd like to end this particular session here. All right, before we end this session, do we have any questions so far? If you have your question, drop it. Mr. Namesake, I think I've answered your question. What else again? Don't worry, the video we have, the video for this session will be given to us to watch. All right, ensure to watch it and you do all of that. Okay, ensure to watch it and you do all of that. So let me see. If I want to take question before I continue with my AI class, then we end the whole session together. All right, so if there's no question, let me continue with my AI. All right, so now this is the first one we have just done. So let's go back to our ChatGPT. So you can see it says, if I'm done, yeah, create a prompt. Let me go ahead now. I'll say create a prompt for a Batos page. All right, so create a prompt for a Batos page. I didn't say maintain consistency. Remember, when you are prompting, ensure to always say maintain consistency. I did not put it here. All right, so because sometimes AI can be frustrating. All right, you tell it to do one, you go and be doing another thing. AI can be frustrating. Okay. All right, so let me copy this now. So I'll go to my Gemini again. I'll paste it. Then I'll come down and say maintain. All right, consistency. All right, maintain consistency. So I'll go ahead and do that. So it will give me the About Us page now. Can you see the About Us? All right, this is the About Us. So it's still loading. All right, still loading. Can you see all of that? All right, it's still loading. All right, good. Okay, so I'll copy this now. I'll copy this, then come back to this part here. Where are you? So then I'll open another file again. I'll call it about.html. All right, about.html. All right, this is edit. Click on edit. All right, so I'll paste it here. Then I'll save. I'll save changes. Then remember, this is what we have. So I'll come back here now, put about.html so you can see. Let's enter. Can you see the way it is now? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? So without you writing any listing, you can see that our website is gradually going. This is the index page. This is the about. Okay, so this one is not linked here. All right, can you see that now? So if at the end of the day you don't like the way this part is, you can still copy the whole thing and say, okay, make the slider to a full width. All right, it will adjust all of those things to make it full. Okay, so that is what we can do in that part. So just take your time and, okay, how do we feed the website with content? All right, so how do we feed the website with, you are getting your content from ChatGPT now. That's why we are using ChatGPT. You can get your content from ChatGPT. So to feed your content you can get all of those things from ChatGPT. It is very, very easy. So all the content you need, they are from ChatGPT. But then Any content you get from ChatGPT, don't forget to apply your human nature. Go through it, read it if there's error, because AI is not 100% correct. All right, so ensure to do all of that. Ensure to do all of that. Okay. Now we have gone through everything. Like I told us, we have gone through everything here. All right. So do we still have questions? Do we still have questions? Do we still have questions? Okay. In the absence of no question, okay, I think there's one listening here. Okay, I'm learning. Okay. All right. Good. Good. So we have come to the end of the class here. All right. Now, for everything that we have done so far, I know most of you have. Okay. How do we optimize? How do you SEO optimize on the page? Okay, me how to perform SEO optimization on the page. Okay, that is on the SEO aspect of this thing. Now we are talking about having to build our websites. Okay, doing an SEO on the page is quite different from what we are looking at here, please. All right, talking about SEO is quite different from what we have here. All right, so now this is what we are. This is what we have here. So we have looked at everything here. We have looked at yesterday. We had the introduction part of this class. Today we also. Okay, I will drop the video once I'm done with the class. I'll drop the video. So we have everything here. And now for this particular training, you can see that there's a lot of things to learn and there's a lot of things to cover for this particular session here. So for those of you who are interested in this thing that we have done, because part of this is that you cannot do everything here. All right, you cannot do everything here. So that's the reason why for everybody that would like to participate in this training and want to take it much more further, because there's a lot of things to learn and we cannot do everything here. That's the honest truth. We cannot do everything here. All right. I will be waiting for the video. Don't worry, I will drop the video for you, Mr. Dixon. I will drop the video. Everything that we have been learning since yesterday. Just go to the group. You will see everything. You will see everything. Even for today's class, I will drop the video. I will also drop the template I use in the class, so we can all have access to it. Okay, very, 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 very simple. Don't worry, nothing will be hidden. Just go through all of those things. And now for everything that we have done today, yesterday, and today, I've packaged everything together. That's what we have in this WAMP course here. You can see this is the WAMP course. Apart from the fact that we can learn how to build our website, you also learn how to run Facebook ads. Okay, that is what we have in this our one web ads mastery. You learn how to build websites, all kinds of websites. You learn how to build e-commerce website. You learn how to build hospital website. You learn how to build a law firm website, and so many other kind of websites. All of them have been packaged in this WAMP web ads mastery. All right, it's the two main courses that you are inside there. How to run Facebook ads, number one, then how to build all kinds of websites. Okay, so there's always a new update in the course that is always going on from time to time. Okay, currently I'm working on a new update for this particular one. For those of you that have been in this class since yesterday, you see that there's a lot of things to learn. Okay, there has been a lot of things that we have been learning from beginning of the class yesterday up till now. So what I want you to do is that I will drop the link for us in the group. Just go ahead of the listing, and for those of you in Ghana, this is Ghana this thing. The price is very, very cheap. It's very, very affordable. The price is just 138 Ghana cedis. Okay, for those for any countries you are in, for those in Kenya, if you check it, for those in Kenya, the price is very, very affordable. Okay, you can, if you convert to your Kenya shillings, you will see the price there. All right, you can see there about 1,005 something Kenya shilling. You have access to everything. How to build all kinds of websites is in there. How to run this thing. That's the reason why you see what you will learn in this course: website design from scratch, high converting pages, Facebook ad mastery is there, audience targeting and strategy, how to run Facebook, how to run ads on your Facebook, on your WhatsApp, on your PC and the rest of them. All right, so you also need, you can see this one, who this training is for you beginners with no prior experience. If you are a student learning to learn valuable digital skill, this particular course is for you. Why choose this thing? Because no experience is required. It's a step-by-step practical. If you look at what we have been doing since yesterday, it's 100% practical. I also showed you how you can buy a reliable domain name and host it. Okay, at the end of the course, you should be able to build your own website. You can see that you're able to build your own website here. You should be able to build high converting pages. You should be able to launch and manage Facebook ad campaign, generate traffic. Like for myself now, I've been running ads since this. If you look at this here, this is the ad I'll be running with the help of this particular course. You can see now I'll be running ads. So if I show you from today is 24, if I come back to 15th and I say 15 to 24 here, and I click on update, all right, you can see over the past how many weeks, you can see how much I've spent on ad. You can see that now, how much I've spent on ad, and my ad is still currently running. Okay, so these are skills. I can do this thing for myself. I can also do this for businesses. So take advantage of this particular opportunity. I will drop the link in the group. All right, I'll drop the link so you can have access to it. This is just the price here. Any country you are in, just select the, if you want to pay in dollar, you can see the price there. All right, you can see the price there is 11 point something, which is less than how much. So you can see that the cost is there. So everything that we have learned since yesterday is packaged together, so we can all have access to it. I tell you, this particular course will expose you to so many things that you can help yourself with. Imagine learning how to build all kinds of websites. Imagine learning how to run Facebook ads, either for yourself or for clients. I tell you, you are going to learn a lot of things in this particular one mass mastery course. Okay, it's an opportunity for you to take advantage of this and get access. So we have learned a lot. So grab this thing today because the price might be going up anytime soon. Okay, so this is an opportunity for everybody. Okay, I hope we are good. All right, I will share the version for us. I will share the version for us. So this is what we have now. So if you have any question, kindly drop so I can respond to the question. And if you want to get access to the course, I will drop the link of the course in the group. All right, I will drop the link of the course in the group so we can all have access to it and take full advantage of this particular thing. So we have learned everything here. This is where we're going to end the session here. We're going to end this class here. So take advantage of this offer and get yourself all the things you need for this particular training. Build your own website, run Facebook ads, either for yourself or for your clients, and also join a community where you can see others doing all this kind of stuff. Okay. Thank you very much for attending this session. Thank you very much for participating. I hope you're able to learn one or two things. All right. Thank you, guys. If you have any question, my DM is open. After I said I'm going to give you a gift to, I'll be giving out all the gifts today. I'll be giving out all the gifts because I've been busy since yesterday. Tonight and tomorrow, all the gifts will be going out to everybody that participated since yesterday for this. Okay. Thank you very much, and God bless you all for participating. Thank you very much. Thank you.